Yesterday in Corpus Christi, Texas, that would be August 31st, 2022, a four-year-old took a loaded gun to school. Yeah, you heard that right. A 4-year-old took a loaded gun to their school. And if that doesn't get you thinking about how irresponsible some gun owners are, I don't know what does. Because in what world will a 4-year-old have unrestricted access to a firearm? I can't think of one that makes any sense whatsoever. And how does a parent not realize that the kid has the gun when they're going to school? Like, there's just so many things that make you ask why with regard to this specific scenario, that it's absurd. There is a thing called the Youth Handgun Safety Act, and that act requires you to not allow youth to have access to firearms, specifically pistols. I'll link that flyer below and that act below. And I'll link some news articles about this 4-year-old's deal. It's still being investigated. They're still researching it. The dad has been arrested and charged. And depending on how that all shakes out, he will be facing some jail time for failing to adhere to that Youth Handgun Safety Act. And it's just sad. You know, we don't know what's going on in these kids' lives. Now, mind you, this one's a 4-year-old, so my guess is this kid just straight up didn't know what he was doing. He might have thought it was a toy. Who knows what his level of education with regard to guns was. But he was still allowed access to a loaded firearm and was able to transport that to his school. We're all just lucky that nobody got hurt. Could have been much worse. As a responsible gun owner, it is imperative that you restrict access to your guns and you keep kids from being able to get to them without your direct supervision. We don't need any more tragedies. We don't need to lose any more of our youth. We don't need any more shootings. We don't need anything like that. And the loss of life is tragic. And what it's doing to our Second Amendment community doesn't help either. When we continually act negligently, when we continually ignore safety procedures, that gives anti-gun people ammunition to come after us. So secure your firearms, educate your kids. Don't let these tragedies even be a chance of happening. Get ahead of them. Man, I really don't even know what else to say. It's just so tragic that something like this continues to happen. And kids continue to get access to these guns. Be responsible and take responsibility for your property that can harm people. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.